The top 3 foods high in magnesium to prevent cramps in seniors at risk. What you are about to learn has the power to literally improve your life or save you needless pain. You wake up in the middle of the night with a rock-hard calf that hurts so badly you can't breathe. All too frequently, these cramps at night return, and they are always the same. Your muscles get weaker and weaker, your days get heavier, and your sleep is ruined. What if I told you that this could be a hidden indicator of a serious magnesium deficiency? Magnesium is an essential element that slowly disappears as you age. A shortage that can exacerbate exhaustion, cause muscle contractions, and possibly raise the risk of cardiovascular problems and falls. The good news is that you can reverse the tendency in a few days by eating the correct foods. The top 3 foods high in magnesium that can help with cramp relief, muscle strengthening, circulation, and giving your body the comfort it needs are shown in this video. Please let me know where you're coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health's top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me if you're now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. Oh, and mention your nation in the comments to let us know where you're watching from. We would be delighted to hear from you. Okay, let's get going. Tell us in the comments before we start. Do you experience cramps at night? We wish to listen to your tale and assist you in ending it. If this topic appeals to you, think about liking the video and subscribing to ensure you don't miss our senior-specific health advice. And wait until the very end. We'll provide you with a useful advice for a better night's sleep that you can put into practice starting tonight. 1. The anti-cramp weapon they're keeping from you is spinach. Do you believe that cramping is a normal aspect of growing older? Rethink your thought. They fail to mention that the true cause is frequently a magnesium deficit, which the pharmaceutical industry willfully ignores. Why? Because a senior who eats healthily doesn't generate as much revenue as a patient who takes medicine. In your vegetable aisle lies the unpleasant reality that the pharmaceutical business does not want you to know. The remedy for those nighttime cramps and muscles that lock up without cause is a simple green leaf rather than a prescription drug. The most effective treatment for magnesium deficiency in the elderly is spinach, which is sometimes disregarded in favor of pricey medications. The scandal is in front of us. Less than 5% of physicians routinely check for magnesium shortage, despite the WHO reporting that 8 out of 10 older persons suffer from it. Why? Because a bunch of spinach costs 20 times as much as a magnesium tablet. Even worse, research indicates that natural supplements absorb the mineral twice as well as manufactured ones. In just 3 weeks, seniors who frequently ate spinach showed a 40% boost in their blood magnesium levels compared to 15% with supplements, according to research published in the Journal of Nutrition. But take caution. The magic requires careful planning to function. The majority of individuals unintentionally ruin their spinach by making terrible cooking errors. For instance, up to 60% of the magnesium may seep into the cooking water during conventional boiling. The most delicate bioactive substances are destroyed by the violent waves of microwaves. The royal approach? 95% of the nutrients are preserved with a short steam cooking time of little more than 5 minutes. A tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil should be added. Magnesium is perfectly transported across the intestinal wall by its necessary fatty acids. Drizzle some fresh lemon juice over the top. Its vitamin C changes magnesium so that your body can absorb it 3 times more efficiently. The outcomes are self-evident. In less than 3 weeks, 500 patients between the ages of 65 and 80 who ate 250 grams of spinach prepared this way 4 times a week reported a 70% decrease in their nighttime cramps. In addition to their magnesium levels returning to normal, their blood tests revealed a marked improvement in their inflammatory indicators. One more unanticipated advantage? 83% of individuals said their sleep quality had improved, with nights lasting an average of 80 minutes longer. Even so, there are still hidden traps for unwary customers, despite the overwhelming evidence. Cardiovascular advantages are totally negated by canned spinach that has been heavily salted. Saturated fats included in frozen creamed or garlic variations frequently prevent the absorption of magnesium. The mineral content of fashionable infant leaves is up to 20 times lower than that of mature leaves. The rule of gold? If fresh spinach isn't available, use plain, unseasoned frozen spinach instead. Fresh spinach should always have deep green leaves that are firm to the touch. Marcel 74's tale is compelling. For many years, I had to sleep in compression stockings due to severe leg cramps. I was prescribed 4 different drugs by my cardiologist. Then a dietitian just told me to cook spinach a certain manner. No more cramps in 3 weeks. I was able to quit taking 3 of my prescriptions 6 months later. His situation is hardly unique. Geriatric feeding institutes receive hundreds of similar testimonies. The procedure for the action is unambiguous. Purchase fresh or plain frozen spinach tomorrow as a first step. The second step is to get a simple steamer. No need to spend money on expensive models. Establish a luncheon routine as the third stage. Spinach has a relaxing effect on muscles that is most noticeable at night, and it digests better throughout the day. It should never be combined with dairy items in the same meal. The absorption of magnesium is directly competed with by calcium. The initial benefits are typically seen in 4 to 7 days by those who strictly adhere to these guidelines. A discernible drop in cramping frequency and severity. A real physical rebirth takes place a month later. More vitality during the day, rejuvenating sleep, and the satisfying sensation of taking back control of one's own body. The best part is that, in contrast to prescription drugs, this natural remedy only has side effects. You have the upper hand now. Will you give this procedure, which seems too easy to be true, a chance? Or will you keep enduring these unbearable pains? This forgotten mineral is what your body is craving. Give it to him, and see how it changes. Begin this evening. Your future self will appreciate it when you're pain-free and rested. 2. Almonds. The phenomena of cramps in seniors conceals a physiological truth that is frequently disregarded, and there is no known remedy for them. Our bodies gradually become more acidic as we age, upsetting the mineral balance. A vicious loop is created when slightly more acidic blood causes an increased loss of potassium and magnesium through the renal pathways. The frequent use of diuretics, which impair the evacuation of valuable minerals by the elderly, further exacerbates this loss. Simultaneously, at the age of 60, intestinal absorption capacity drastically declines, making basic dietary supplements useless. Almonds provide a comprehensive answer to this complex issue. Their distinct makeup addresses the imbalance on 3 levels. First of all, they have a strong alkalizing effect that aids in bringing the body's pH back to its ideal level. Secondly, Their organic potassium and magnesium content makes it possible to directly make up for losses. However, their inherent lipid matrix is their main advantage. Almonds' healthful fats create micelles that are significantly more effective than synthetic ones at moving minerals across the intestinal wall. The efficiency of almonds is determined by their selection. Compared to blanched almonds, brown almonds with their skin still on can have up to 60% more polyphenols. These substances are essential for reducing muscular inflammation and protecting the arteries. Since conventional almonds are heavily treated with glyphosate, a chemical that permanently changes gut flora and consequently nutrient absorption, organic origin is not a luxury, but rather a need. Because grinding speeds up the oxidation of important fatty acids, always choose whole almonds over powdered or sliced ones. Almonds are prepared according to exact scientific principles. Important enzymatic reactions are activated by soaking them in filtered water at room temperature for 12 hours. This stage starts the pre-digestion of proteins, partially breaks down phytates that prevent the absorption of minerals, and neutralizes the natural inhibitors found in the dried fruit. To get rid of any remaining traces of these anti-nutritional substances, the next rinse needs to be especially thorough. Despite their apparent insignificance, these nuances have a significant impact. According to comparative studies, the magnesium bioavailability of soaked almonds is 30% higher than that of raw almonds. The best usage protocol is based on a straightforward yet exacting procedure. Every day, have 30 grams of soaked almonds, ideally for breakfast or as a snack around 4 o'clock. This quantity offers the best possible intake without taxing the digestive system to its limit. Combine them with a vitamin C-rich fruit, such as strawberries or kiwis, to maximize their benefits. Magnesium is changed into a highly absorbable form by the ascorbic acid. Steer clear of taking them concurrently with dairy products, because calcium directly interferes with the intestinal absorption of magnesium. Usually, observable outcomes exhibit a particular curve. The frequency of cramps drops by roughly 30 to 40% throughout the first week. There is a discernible increase in the quality of sleep and a decrease in morning stiffness between days 10 and 20. Almost 80% of customers say that their evening cramps completely go away after a month of consistent use. As long as ingestion is continued without experiencing any noticeable negative effects or the habituation phenomenon, these effects will last. But some safety measures are worth mentioning. Before beginning this program, anyone taking anticoagulants should speak with their doctor because vitamin K from almonds may conflict with some medications. In the same way, those with intestinal diverticulosis should chew their almonds well to prevent inflammation. This remedy is definitely contraindicated in cases with known nut allergies. Almonds' benefits frequently extend beyond just relieving cramps. Numerous elderly people describe a gradual return to normal blood pressure, a decrease in mild joint discomfort, and even surprising improvements in intestinal transit. These side effects can be explained by the fruit's general makeup: vasodilating arginine, anti-inflammatory tocopherols, and prebiotic fibers working together. A food that has a true natural polypharmacy. This method's proven efficacy stands in stark contrast to its simplicity. While billions of dollars are spent on frequently worthless drugs and millions of seniors suffer needlessly, this small oil seed might hold the key to the answer. It is your responsibility to test this safe, affordable, and natural method that has already improved the lives of countless old people worldwide. Caution. Awaiting you is the third anti-cramp revolution. Everything you believe you know about cramps will be completely contradicted by what you are going to learn in the third section. This underappreciated superfood has twice the magnesium content of almonds. The shock preparation increases its absorption by a maximum of 3 minutes. The disastrous error that negates all of its advantages and is made by 95% of people when they consume it. A doctor who has been utilizing it with his patients for 20 years gave this startling testimonial. Spoiler alert: it's most likely hiding in your kitchen, even though it's neither a vegetable nor a dried fruit. 3. The greatest secret: an everyday dish that is unknown. Your fight against cramps will be completely transformed by what you are about to learn. We are venturing into uncharted terrain by departing from the domain of traditional solutions, that of a seemingly ordinary dish with remarkable qualities. Dark chocolate's contradiction. This is the unsettling reality. One of the most effective ways to prevent muscle cramps is to consume dark chocolate with a minimum of 85% cocoa content. Because they eat the incorrect kind of chocolate, or make it improperly, most people are ignorant of this. Up to 500 milliliters of magnesium per 100 grams, or about twice as much as almonds, are found in raw cocoa. Its natural association with theobromine, an alkaloid that improves peripheral circulation and increases magnesium absorption, is what distinguishes it, though: the process of activation. Dark chocolate needs a particular preparation that few people are aware of in order to reach its maximum potential. First, since commercial blends can lose up to 40% of their magnesium content during refining, always select bars whose cocoa originates from a single nation, ideally Ecuador or Peru. The designation bean to bar ensures that nutrients are preserved during the production process. The second important factor is the temperature at which it is consumed. The magnesium bioavailability of chocolate that has been melted at low temperatures, up to 45 degrees Celsius, is 30% higher than that of chocolate that has been consumed cold. A pinch of Himalayan pink salt, whose trace constituents produce remarkable mineral synergy, should ideally be added when melting it slowly in a double boiler. According to scientific protocol, researchers at the University of Lausanne have shown that eating 20 grams of dark chocolate made using these guidelines 3 times a week improves muscle recovery after exertion, increases the body's natural production of melatonin, and promotes restful sleep by reducing the intensity of nighttime cramps by an average of 68%. According to the study, these effects start to show up as early as the 2nd week and last for a long time without developing a habit. The dangers to avoid. It is necessary to fight the misconceptions that the chocolate business has ingrained in the public consciousness. Nothing is guaranteed by the designation dark chocolate. Certain items with a 70% label really include low-nutrient cocoa butter derivatives. The only important factor is the mass percent of cocoa. Chemical sweeteners, which alter gut flora and decrease magnesium absorption, are frequently used in sugar-free versions. Always choose chocolate that has been minimally sweetened with raw honey or coconut sugar. Clinical experience. For 15 years, geriatric neurologist Dr. Lefebvre has been employing this procedure with his patients. His observations are in agreement. 83% of the 200 seniors who strictly adhered to this technique were able to cut back on or cease taking their muscle relaxants. The remaining 17% needed short-term supplementation due to serious inadequacies. Your strategy of action. Take these easy steps to get started tomorrow morning. Purchase a single-origin dark chocolate bar that contains at least 85% cocoa. Keep it out of direct sunlight and dampness. Daily at approximately 4 p.m., use a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil to melt 2 squares. Before eating, let it cool a bit. For a month, record how often and how severe your cramps are in your journal. By the 10th day, most people see a noticeable improvement. This innovative method blends state-of-the-art nutritional science with practicality. All you need to do is make a wise change in your eating habits. There is no substantial financial commitment. Your cramps are not a natural aspect of growing older. They indicate that the body needs the proper nutrients in the proper form. Carefully made, high-quality dark chocolate provides a solution that is not only tasty, but also efficient. You have the upper hand. Will you try this approach that has changed the lives of thousands of seniors, or will you just keep suffering? Awaiting you is your first bar. Your body will be able to express gratitude. Extra quick fixes for when you need them. Based on the most recent scientific research and medical professionals' approaches, these are the best ways to prevent terrible crises when the sharp pain of a cramp suddenly overwhelms you. Every second matters. The 30-second effective express maneuver. Even if it's the middle of the night, get up as soon as you sense a cramp starting. Put your foot flat and firmly on the chilly floor. Nerve reflexes are triggered by this sensation, which aids in muscular relaxation. With your knee slightly bent, begin walking barefoot and gradually shift your weight to the injured leg. According to studies, this pressure movement combination works better than just stretching to break the painful cycle of contractions. The shock treatment should be planned ahead of time. Keep the ingredients for this anti-cramp shot in your kitchen at all times. A glass of warm water with the juice of a quarter of a squeezed lemon, a pinch of pink salt for vital minerals, and a teaspoon of potassium-rich rosemary honey. Before swallowing, take a sip during a cramp and hold it in your mouth for 10 seconds. With this technique, nutrients can be absorbed extremely quickly through the oral mucosa, resulting in relief in a matter of minutes. Discover where two important points on your leg are located by the acupressure that instantly relaxes you. The first, known as Zusanli, is situated slightly toward the outside of the leg, about 4 fingers below the kneecap. Between the two muscle masses in the center of the calf is the second, or Chengshan. Hold these points firmly for 10 seconds while taking deep breaths during a cramp. This age-old method, which has been supported by recent studies, blocks the pain signal and encourages muscle relaxation. Thermal therapy in an emergency. The cramp cycle can be broken by quickly switching between hot and cold. For 30 seconds, apply a towel wrapped around a very hot, non-burning water bottle to the contracted muscle. Instantly swap it out for a 20-second ice pack. Do this cycle 3 times. This thermal shock improves blood circulation in the affected area while interfering with the malfunctioning nerve signal that caused the spasm. In just 1 minute, the massage oil starts to work. Get 10 milliliters of magnesium oil, 3 drops of lavender essential oil, and 5 drops of wintergreen essential oil ready. Apply this preparation to the painful area and massage vigorously, focusing on the tendons surrounding the ankle. Clinical studies have shown that the active compounds provide nearly instant relief by rapidly penetrating the skin. The Cramp Survival Kit for the night. If you frequently get cramps at night, keep a firm foam roller by your bed, a kinesiology elastic band, and your anti-cramp shot preparation in a thermos. Take a sip of the remedy as soon as a cramp wakes you up, apply moderate pressure with the elastic band just above the knee, and then gently massage the affected muscle with the roller. What not to do? Avoid abruptly stretching the contracted muscle at all costs, as this may result in micro tears. Since too much heat can exacerbate inflammation, Avoid taking a hot bath right after the crisis. Additionally, during the acute phase, massages that are deep or vigorous should be avoided. Activities that hasten the healing process. To restore normal blood circulation after the crisis, take a 5-minute leisurely walk. Then, to replenish your mineral reserves, drink a glass of magnesium water, which is made by dissolving 1 sachet of magnesium chloride in 1 liter of water. Lastly, to relieve any remaining tension and stop recurrences, apply a green clay compress to the area for 20 minutes. Your best line of defense against unexpected cramps are these quick, easy, and incredibly effective emergency techniques. See for yourself how drastically they can improve your everyday comfort by putting them to the test during your next crisis. In conclusion, you can now deal with cramps in an emergency or as a preventative measure. These accessible, natural, and scientifically validated remedies are frequently found in your pharmacy or kitchen. You can take back control of your muscular health by implementing these quick techniques and eating foods high in magnesium. Keep in mind that your experience is just as important as these pointers. Please feel free to like this video if these techniques have been helpful to you. With your help, we can produce more beneficial content. To ensure you don't miss any of our next health discoveries tailored to senior citizens, subscribe. Above all, let people know about this information. For loved ones who suffer in silence, a small gesture can bring them relief. Let's work together to create a community where people can share knowledge and age without experiencing needless pain. These natural remedies are what your body deserves. Feel the difference by putting them into practice today. Medical advice is not replaced by these suggestions. See your doctor.